Positive aviation, there's no way a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are just too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway, because bees don't care what humans think are impossible. Yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, black, and yellow. Let's shake it up a little bit. Barry, breakfast is ready. Are we done testing the mic?
I'm rolling.
Oh. Every day is gay day when you're Presley, but on the channel gay day only happens once per week. Hey everyone, it's CTFxC here, and today is gay day, and I'm going to be giving tips to straight writers for writing gay and trans characters. Woo! Okay, so I cannot speak entirely for trans plus people. I am non-binary, but that doesn't mean I can speak for everyone, so I'm just going to be giving my personal opinions. Feel free to correct me in the comments below. Let's get into it. Okay, so first things first. While you are writing a gay character in the book, a lot of people will tell you just write a straight character except their romantic interest is of the same gender. And I agree with that mostly, but I feel like your character should be at least a teeny bit affected by all of the hate, all of the homophobia and transphobia that is put on them, and all of the hate towards the LGBT community. So that should affect your character at least a teeny bit, and they should care about that. I'd say mention it once, because it's almost a myth really. A very common thing people also say is don't have them say they're gay, because gay people don't walk around yelling, "I'm gay!" all the time, even though that's exactly what I do all the time. You'll ask anyone that talks to me on a regular basis, and they will tell you that I say I'm gay all the time. Don't have your characters do that though, because that might be taken as a little stereotypical, but please have them mention it, or have a crush on someone of the same gender, or the opposite gender if they're bi. Just something like that, mention it, have a conversation about it somehow, just so that your characters aren't, because I don't really like when characters are, not straight passing, I guess straight passing, and until said otherwise, you write your characters as a straight person. I don't like that, and I would like it if characters at least said something about it, or it was implied in the plot somewhere, if it was in the subtext, or something like that. That would be really good. You should do that. And you should take into account how homophobia and transphobia affects your character. And I feel do not, if you're going to have a gay character in your book, or your movie, or TV show, or whatever, please don't make it the villain. If you're gonna have only one, don't make it the villain, please. And that goes for any minority. Don't do that, because we have enough people making us villains in real life already, and having all of our representation in fiction be villains is a little tiring. So please, if you're making a gay character, make it someone who at least is in chaotic neutral, no evil going on. Or if you're planning on doing multiple gay characters, then it's okay to have them be evil. Just don't have your one token gay character be evil. That's not a good thing. Because I already talked about that a little bit. Just don't do that. Stay away from that. It's okay to make your villains gay. All of my villains are gay, but they're not homosexual gay, but they fall under the gay umbrella. And that's cool. Just don't make your only gay character be evil. Make sure that you're someone at least that is good is also gay, so you're not because if you just make your villains gay, you're sort of in the subtext saying gay people are villains, which is really bad and nasty, and I don't like that being implied. And then I was gonna say something, hold on. Gay people aren't all saints either. They're not all perfect. And it's better to have all of your gay characters be nice and good and perfect, but that's not how we are. Give us character traits beyond gay. I like the advice, write them as if they were a straight character, isn't great, but still you should follow it a little bit. Write every single character, regardless of whether they're straight, gay, bi, as a person with a history and with experiences and character traits, and then put their sexuality in, whether they are straight or not. Just do that, and then you'll be fine. You'll be perfectly fine. And I'd also like to say, like as a writer myself, you don't really know, like at least in my style of writing, you don't know if your characters are gay until it comes up in the plot, and that's a good way to have it. Like all of your characters have sexualities, sure, but like you don't know them, you don't know anything about your characters really. They just sort of do stuff and you write it down. At least in the way I write things, that just happens and you're like, cool, that's good. And you can be flat out wrong about your character's sexuality. Like if you are writing a straight character and you're like, maybe this person is not straight, but I've already written them as a straight person up until then. You may not have written them as a straight person. You've been writing them as bi or pan or poly or any of those things up until this point. You just haven't noticed it. So I'd say just write your characters normally, the way you would normally write a character, and just make sure that you take into account how homophobia and transphobia affects your character, how being like a very close-knit community like the LGBT community affects your character, and just how being gay or any of LGBT in any way has affected them. And then you should be totally fine. This is a little ranty, but it's like fine. If you do anything I said not to do, that's still chill. I just say like avoid that at least a little bit. And also, for God's sake, don't be like J.K. Rowling. Like actually do be the J.K. Rowling in your writing style, because J.K. Rowling has really nice writing. But don't claim characters are gay way after the fact, especially if it's just for ally points. Mention it in your book, mention it while the books are coming out, have it be a plot point or something, just because if you just say they're gay after, it seems like you're fishing for ally points, and you might be. So don't write a gay character if you feel like you should include a gay character in your book so that you will get ally points. Don't do that. You can tell. It's always really forced, it's always really nasty. Don't do things just for ally points, okay? You can like have a diverse cast, please. That would be amazing. I would love you, but don't do it just so that you will get favored in the LGBT community. Don't do it just because. If you care about LGBT issues and you want to represent people in your thing, that's a different matter. But if you're doing it just so that people will like you, you can tell it seems forced. People will tell if you do things just so that the LGBT community will like you. Okay? Cool. But yes, that is me ranting for probably way longer than I needed to about how to write gay characters as a straight person. Remember, always, this is another thing that I forgot to mention, always consult someone who identifies that way if you're not sure. If you're not sure about how something works, ask someone. You may, people won't judge you if you're like, I'm writing a gay character and I need to know X. They won't judge you for that if they're like your friend or something. Ask me. Like, if you need advice on writing writing lesbians, you can ask me that. I won't judge you. Reach out to someone who identifies the way your character does and ask them how it works. And, ask them how does gay work? That would be really weird. But ask them your questions, because if you have an accurate gay character, that is definitely worth seeming a little bit awkward and asking someone a question about their sexuality. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave your thoughts on this video in the comments below, and more tips if you are LGBT for writing LGBT characters, and you can ask me questions, whatever. And also you can suggest other topics for gay day videos like this, because as you guys have probably seen, I can rant for a really long time about pretty much anything. I could rant about frosting, sprinkles, whatever. I'm hungry, by the way, if you couldn't tell. Just leave in the comments below something you want me to talk about for Gay Day, for Room Vlog, anything, and I will talk about it if it is safe for work and something I feel comfortable talking about. I totally will. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!